it's Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. I am here with Roxy's weekly challenge 35, I believe. And we're going to make some pocket pages for our journals. And so I've got some butterflies and some doilies, and I've got some scraps behind me. This is my prototype. She used book page, large book page, folded it, made a little tab out of it. I watched Gail's video. Gail did it different. I'm going to do it even a little bit different. So I'm going to take the large page, fold it, and then score it, because I know the book I have and I know the dimensions. After I score that, this will end up being kind of like a little flap for a tip-in. And then I will fold this one under, and then we'll decorate, and so it'll go in the signature here, and that will leave this little tabby piece, which can go on the back as well, like that. So then in the journal, once this is in the signature, this can be used like a a tab to attach anything you want, an envelope, a pocket, anything. So let's get started. I've got some pages here. Let's see, what do I have? I think these are all my single pages. Okay, that's not what I want. So this book is one I got, and the pages are pretty large. They measure 9, a little over 9 by 11 3/4, a little over 11 3/4, and a little over over 9. So pretty large. So what I'm going to do is fold it. It's got book page on one side, and it's got photo. All of the pages in the entire book are like this. So I just opened the book. In fact, I'll show you the book. This is the one that I got on my vacation. It's not going to all fit on camera because it's a large book, but I loved it. It's called Wildflowers of the World. Wildflowers of the World. Here's the important information. Barbara Everard. But every page, after you get through the introduction, is a plate and information. A plate and information throughout the whole book. So what I did was I just opened it to the middle, approximate middle signature. It lays completely flat now because I took the signature out. The problem that I did have was this one was sewn in signatures but also glued into the spine, so it was a little tricky. So just be careful when you're taking a book apart to make sure you know how it's put together. You can see here that it's glued to the spine piece. So anyway, that's what I'm using here, and not a bad picture in the book. So I just took out one signature. So let's just we'll just divide that in half, and okay, so I've got 3 here. So my idea is to take and fold these. I want the ragged edge at the top. And let me use my scoreboard. I find it much easier, since I'm going to score anyway, to score up against this. It just makes it so much faster to line things up, for me anyway. Now, I am not scoring the open end. You could, but I think, because I want to fold this under as a make it a corner pocket. And look, that one's blank on the back. I'm going to score the folded part. So I'm going to flatten that out a little bit more. And I'm going to come in, because mine measures 6 inches, I'm going to come in at 3/4. And I need my other scoring tool. I don't like that one. This one I broke. I dropped it and broke, and it's got a chip on it, and then sometimes it tears. So this is my favorite one. I got this from Close to My Heart years and years ago. I could not even tell you, probably 20 plus years ago. I'm going to flip it over to the other side and do the same. Okay, so that gives us a little tab. Now, like I said, I want to leave that raggedy edge at the top, so I'm going to fold that to the back side, and that's going to give me almost a 5 1/4 inch page. Now, most of the journals I do are 8.5 by 11, so I don't want this to be 9 inches, so I'm going to have to cut this down. So I think I'll do 1/4 inch top and bottom. But let's go ahead and finish scoring these. Oops, I turned the board around instead of this. Make sure it's nice and flat. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Of course, I don't know when this will be. This will probably go up on Friday, so you'll be heading out into a new weekend. Today I am filming this on Monday. I had a little walk. Need to go back out and do a little bit more. I try to do a little, go around the block every hour or two, and that helps me get my steps in for the day. Okay, alright, so we don't need this anymore. We've got that done. And now I'm going to, so it doesn't really matter because I'm cutting off the raggedy edge, but I'm going to take 1/4 inch off of each side here. Probably should open that folded piece. And I want to make sure it's 8.5, so I'll go ahead and measure it. 8.5. Right. So then I can decide, do I want this page or do I want this page? I like this one, so I'll probably use this and fold that back. So then you can, you know, choose which one you like the best. I probably should have trimmed these first. I think there's less area to trim on the spine side, which is the raggedy edge. So I'm going to cut that 1/4 inch, and then I'm going to come back and measure it at 8.5 and trim the rest. Okay, so I've got one more. And you could make a bunch of these. Isn't that pretty? I just love the color. Let's see. This is torn a little bit, so kind of guessing there, but we'll make sure it's 8.5 on this side and we'll be good to go. Okay, not keeping these. Alright, so let's decide, this side or this side. I like this side, but when I fold it I lose some of my pink. I do like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to my original, so I'm going to do that. Where's my other bone folder? So I'm going to lay that down, and let's see, this one or this one? Definitely this one. It's got more flowers. So I'm going to flatten that out. And this side or this side? I think I like this side. I mean, both of them will show, but now that I'm thinking about it, I am going to fold some of this under. So we're going to open this and fold this in. I'm going to do it, I'm going to line up my spine here, and I'm going to do about an inch. Trying to keep it straight the best I can. Didn't cut up all of those flowers, but alright. There's one. really like this side. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm line up my spine and try to do that about an inch. You could do a half an inch, whatever you like. And I'm lining it up on the words. That helps me a little bit. I just feel like if I leave a little bit of room up here at the top, which is like, hopefully you can see that, like about an inch, because we measured it, I have less tearing putting things in and out of the pocket. It just gives a little bit more stability. So here again, lining that up, and just like that, like so. Now, there's not a lot of decorating to be done on these because the pages are already so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down, and then we will see what we do want to do with the decorations. The first thing I want to do is open this all the way and glue this little flap piece so that it's not coming loose, and that will help. Come on. Well, you know what? You could use your glue stick for this. That'll be easier. So there we go. Just want to make sure, and I'll go ahead and glue this piece down too. Just want to make sure that you get off all this excess glue. So I went a little heavy-handed. But this is going to be the center of the signature right here, so you don't necessarily want that to get stuck. Okay. All right, so then we have that, and then we will glue the top and bottom in a minute. Okay, let's do that again. I'm not going to get so close to the edges this time. I'm just going to try to keep it in the middle. Oh, I still went over. It comes off easily, so not the end of the world. Okay, and then we have this one. I'll try doing it on the side and give myself some borders there. Makes it so I don't want to get glue all over my fingers, but it does soften up the page once you get that glue on there, so it doesn't want to fold back crisply. Okay, did I get this piece? No, let's do this piece. Okay. Alrighty, now maybe I can get this glue to come out. And we are going to, you know, I am not going to, let's do this two ways. Alright, we can glue this as a pocket. So let's do this one. Glue, if we could get the glue out. It's so thick, and it seems like no matter how much acetone I put in there, it is just so thick. I'm gonna have to use the Sugarbelle's not working out for me recently. I'm gonna have to use this bottle. Alright. So, if I can get that to come down to the bottom, we will make this one have a pocket. Boy, I'm having some really bad light in here today. As the weather starts to change, I've noticed that my sun comes in at different angles. Okay, so this one will attach inside a signature on here at the flap. Okay, so that's one way to do it. The next way to do it would be to leave it open and insert it this way in the signature. And then you can add a pocket of some sort. So I'm thinking not crazy about that. Let's use one of these pieces that we have left over, and I'm going to cut off a bottom piece, and we're just going to use that as a pocket. Let's measure, let's do 4 and 5, because it's 5 1/4, so that'll make, and then we'll punch a little notch. Maybe. I can't do that in my hand. Okay. And then we will attach this here. So there's not very much Fabri-Tac in this bottle. I'm going to have to put in an order. I was kind of waiting for the prices to come down, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, if I want Fabri-Tac, I'm going to have to bite the bullet. Even at Walmart, it's 12 bucks. So, I am going to align this with the outside here. So I have, well, almost 1/4 of an inch, probably closer to 1/8 of an inch on the spine side, but that's a pocket. And this can also have a pocket. So what if we take this little piece and put it right, well, we could put that on the edge as well, and we can make it a pocket this way, or we can put this on this side and make it a tuck. Let's do that. Whoa. That's what I get for laying it down. So let's do, we want to glue this side. And this side. Okay. So that leaves us with this tuck. Now I would probably fold that under, of course. Let me get some glue on it. There we go. That way you know it's a tuck. Alright, and it can go inside your signature like this. Now once I get in the signature, I can decide, do I want to do something else with that. The other way, this is the one we glued together, so this is our last one. The other way that I would do this is with a piece of coffee dyed paper. And let me get one here. Well, I'll use this one, and let me cut it down to size. I need to do coffee dye, or tea dye, or make a major purchase, because it's so time consuming. Alright, so this will be 8.5 by 11, so I'm just going to cut off the spine, and ooh, this is a little, so this is 12, almost 12 inches, so if I wanted 11, I'm going to have to come up here. Let's do 3/4 on this side. Ah, it wants to tear. That's one of the problems I have with vintage paper, is that this Fiskars does a horrible job. And you know what? I've got 2 pieces of paper here. Alright, so we've got 8.5, a little less than 8.5, that's fine. And then we have 11 we want this side. Oops, I'll flip it over to the straight side. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to be able to cut this or not. Let's see. Well, that did okay. It's very fickle. So, this book, I don't even know where this came from, but it's got some, that's good stamping paper. It's got some good marks on it. So we're going to fold this in, you know, maybe I'll just leave that on the inside. Fold this in half. And then I might attach this here, like this. In which case, I need to trim this a little bit, maybe like 1/8 of an inch. I don't know why that one ended up being short, but which side? I'll trim this side. Alright. Okay. So we have this, and we will put this inside. And then I might attach this one. I'm sorry about the angle, guys. I'm not sure why I have all the extra shadows, because my lighting is the same as always. Alright, let me get that extra piece off. Alright, and I'm lining this up on the bottom, like that. Okay, so we will have this piece like this, and then this, still our tip in. Maybe I will tuck this under, like this, and use the glue stick here. This will strengthen that pocket a little bit. And then we'll attach this one to this side. Just, oh goodness, just along here. All right, just like that. So we've got 3 ways you can attach the book page to another page. You could have it as a pocket and a tab for a tip in, or you could have it as a full page itself, which is what I thought I had done here. Yes, but a little bit too much glue there, so I'm going to trim that piece off just a little bit. Yeah, so this can be a complete page with a extra tuck and a pocket there, and do whatever you would like on the back. So that is 3 ways to do it, and you can add a little piece of doily if you want. Let's cut this one in 4ths. And sometimes just that little bit is all you need. You can put it along here. I'll actually probably stick that one in there like that, and then same thing here. Yeah, I would just stick those just like that. I like that. And I'm gonna have to get my Sugarbelle bottle unplugged to do it, but you get the idea. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave them that way, and I will know what I want to do. And then when I decide which book that these are going to actually go in. Yeah, I do like that, just a little bit. Then I can add, you know, labels or, you know, butterflies. I've got some of these that I punch out every once in a while. I think they might get lost there. This might look better even here, but a nice label right there would work. So anyway, that is my version of Roxy's weekly challenge with the book pages, the large book pages, and just 3 ways that I might use them. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.